How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Existential Experience. My name is Daz and I'm kicking it with my brothers Sahaj and Simmer, and this video is about flow. Whoa! So there's this book that I checked out recently. It's called Flow. It's by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. He spent 30 years of his life doing a research on people ranging from all economic and social backgrounds and people with all kinds of situations going on in their lives, and they happen to be living their life quite happily. Alright, what is flow? If you have found yourself absorbed in an activity where your energies are fully focused and concentrated and time seems to fly by, then you have experienced a state of optimal experience called flow. Happiness cannot be attained through monetary gains only. Money alone will not make you happy. What will make you happy? Well, taking part in an activity that goes along with your inner strength and mastering it over the period of time can make you happy in the process. It talks more about being in the zone. There's a very conventional term that they use. Michael Jordan was in the zone, or that guy was just flowing. In the book he mentioned 8 things that must be there in an activity to make it enjoyable. What are the 8 things? Well, number 1 is the goals have to be clear and the rules have to be clear. For example, if you're playing chess and you know how each and every element of chess works, and you know what's the end point of the game and how to get the check and checkmate, all of those things, then you have clarity, and that helps to make any activity a flow state activity. Number 2 is instant feedback. Let's say you're trying to learn guitar. You're playing a chord C and you don't hear the right note. So then you pluck that G string or E string hard to hear that crystal clear sound. That's an immediate feedback that the instrument is providing you right when you're learning. Immediate feedback is very important, because if you don't know if you're doing it correctly or not, then you're just gonna keep doing an activity and lose yourself in it so much that you can fall below your higher consciousness. Third one is the activity should be not too challenging and not too easy. Let's say the activity that you chose is just too easy for you. You're easily winning at it. It won't be challenging enough and you would get bored and you would stop doing it. And let's say if the activity is too hard for you and you can't even get a single win, then even in that case you are more likely to not pursue that activity. So it should be just challenging enough for you. It should go with your strengths as well, and not too boring as well. And in that way you will start growing slowly and you will up your level of expertise as the time goes by and the practice goes on. Number 4 is single focus. Well, this activity must acquire all of your focus and attention. You shouldn't be thinking about the world when you're involved in this activity. You're present to the moment. You are involved with your instrument or your play or your game, whatever that is, and you forget about everything. Fifth one is that it can give you an escape from reality. Let's say your reality is just going to the office, which is kind of necessary for money but not really enjoyable, and that's what the reality is, and it's not very fun, it's kind of boring. Then when you come home and you involve yourself in this flow state activity that you chose for yourself, you find yourself a little bit of an escape from your so-called reality. Number 6 is you have partial control. For example, it's not like a remote control of TV. If you press 1, channel 1 will play, press 2, channel 2 will play. That's full control, right? And It's purely consumption when you're watching the television. When you are involved in a flow state activity, let's say you are into kickboxing and you know all the moves, jab, hook, cross, uppercut, kicks, and all of those things, and you love doing that, you have full control over your moves, but you do not have 100% control when you're fighting an opponent, because the opponent can bring out a move that you may not foresee. So you have a partial control, but not 100% control. The seventh one is that you lose the sense of ego. Yes, your body is involved, your mind is involved in this activity, but you're so engrossed in this activity that you lose your sense of identity in the moment. You don't know if you even exist. The eighth one is that you lose the sense of time. You can do it 24/7. It's like gamers. They're up all night and they're just so involved in their activity that they don't know what time it is, if they even have had their lunch or breakfast. It's the process of the activity that provides you happiness and enjoyment, and not the destiny of it. क्या बात है? ₹10 पकड़ा दो आंटी। क्या बात है भैया, कब से कर रहे हो आप?
बचपन से ये सर।
कितने साल हो गए होंगे?
अब देख लो जितने साल का हो रहे हैं, बाप दादा इन्हीं में चले गए।
10, 20, 30 साल?
हाँ 30 साल।
30 years, वाह, that's awesome। इस चीज़ को क्या कहते हैं? बीन कहते हैं इसे। चलो बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपने सुना। एक और चीज़ पूछनी है, जब आप बजा रहे होते हो तो खो जाते हो जब बजा रहे होते हो तो?
हाँ बाबू जी, धुन तो धुन ही होती है।